It's Monday, January 27th, 2020. Here's what's happening. A man is facing several charges in connection with a burglary spree, plus the latest on a weekend shooting here in Jamestown.
And a live look over the Mill Creek Mall in Erie shows you the mostly cloudy skies and the snow falling. More of that's on the way as the news starts now.
From the team that puts coverage first, this is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. A man is in critical condition following a shooting Saturday night on Hazard Street at Newland Avenue here in Jamestown. Jamestown police say responding officers found the victim laying in the street next to his vehicle with multiple gunshot wounds just before 10:45 p.m. Now, investigators believe the man was traveling in his car when a dark-colored sedan pulled up and fired multiple shots into the car before fleeing the scene. The victim's vehicle then reportedly struck a parked vehicle on Hazard Street. Police say they recovered a loaded pistol inside the victim's vehicle. Officers believe that weapon belonged to him. The man was taken to UPMC Chautauqua Hospital before he was transferred to UPMC Hammett in Erie. Police believe that this shooting was a targeted act. Anyone with information is asked to contact Jamestown Police at 716-483-7537, or you can leave an anonymous tip at 483-TIPS. Well, a Forestville man is facing several charges following an alleged burglary spree in the towns of Ripley, Pomfret, and Gary between November and December 2019. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that 51-year-old Gary Lang allegedly entered two separate dwellings at night while residents were asleep inside and stole property. Lang also allegedly stole property from several unlocked vehicles during that time period. He faces several charges and is scheduled to appear in court at a later date. The Sheriff's Office is reminding residents now to lock their homes and vehicles in order to deter crime. Well, public negotiations over New York's budget are set to begin amid worries about another round of Medicaid cuts. Heads of state agencies, lobbyists, and members of the public will start to offer input on the governor's proposed budget today, kicking off 3 weeks of budget hearings. Governor Andrew Cuomo's $178 million proposed spending plan would increase state spending by 1.9%. The governor says even with plans to rein in Medicaid spending, New York will spend about $20 billion of state funds on Medicaid in the fiscal year starting on April 1st. That's a 3% or $573 million increase from the previous year, although lawmakers are likely to focus much of their attention on this spring on avoiding harmful cuts to Medicaid, the government health care program for people with low income, which serves 1 out of 9 New Yorkers. Cuomo's administration hopes to help plug a $6 billion budget gap with $600 million in Medicaid cuts to nursing homes, hospitals, and other healthcare providers. Well, a project in West Ellicott is trying to make aging easy and comfortable for residents here in Chautauqua County. Recently, I toured the new complex on Southwestern Drive that brings together style and comfort. A community geared toward older residents of Chautauqua County is expanding. David Smeltzer, the president and CEO of Heritage Ministries, says the Woodlands at 2000 Southwestern Drive in West Ellicott offers a maintenance-free, no-hassle lifestyle for those entering retirement.
The beauty of the development is that folks can age in place. We can provide some assistance from our assisted living facility for those who are in residence here, but if they get to the point where they need a higher level of care, then they can move over to the assisted living.
Smeltzer explains that each build gives residents a unique opportunity to offer design input for either the 1 or 2 bedroom cottages.
I consider it really one of the best last buildable pieces of property in Chautauqua County with all the utilities included, because we do have public water and public sewer and all that you need to do a development like this. Once the folks move into these homes, we provide all of the maintenance, ongoing maintenance, upkeep, landscaping, snow removal, big thing this time of year usually, snow removal. In the summertime, we're cutting all the grass.
In addition to a modern look of the homes, the Woodlands also brings residents closer to nature and to each other, offering several amenities for social gatherings. Smeltzer says one of the community's newest residents is already holding social and recreational events at the complex. Additionally, residents tend to come together in times of need.
We had one resident who had a significant health emergency, and one of the other families just took her husband to the hospital with her. As she had to go in an ambulance, they took her to the hospital, stayed, watched over their apartment. So they do really function as a really close-knit community here, and that's one of the things that's really nice about this location.
Now, over the next 3 to 4 years, Smeltzer says more than a dozen new homes will be built there. Those interested in learning more about the Woodlands can visit heritage1886.org/Woodlands or give them a call at 716-708-1230. And we have details on that right now at WNYNewsNow.com. Hopefully everybody's having a great Monday. Thanks so much for tuning in here to WNY News Now, as we're still taking in the beauty of our news set that we're so very grateful for. And grateful for some development like that. The Woodlands, a great piece of property there in West Ellicott, super close to places like Wegmans and Walmart and things like that. So great to see, and we thank the Heritage Ministries group for letting us kind of get a behind-the-scenes look at some of the development and some of the houses that are going up there, and really looking good. A good alternative for some people who maybe are trying to move into the retirement stage of their life. Got to say hello to Deborah. Hopefully you're doing well. Good afternoon to Chuck as well. Thanks for tuning in here on the broadcast. Hello to Pam. Hello to Brandy and Joe. Hopefully you all are having a great day and had a nice weekend out there. Maybe a weekend of R&R, or maybe you did have to work. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, did you have a weekend of some R&R, or were you busy away typey with your weather forecast?
Well, it was a mix of both worlds. I did have a little bit of R&R through the weekend, but I still had to do some weather stuff, eyes on the radar, whatnot. And, about the last story, at least it's not Shady Pines, coin-operated walkers picking up garbage on the side of the road as arts and crafts. Anybody who watched the Golden Girls will know that reference. Here's a live look from the Mill Creek Mall once again. You can see the snow accumulation here, and with that northwest wind actually just shifted west at 10 miles per hour there. So again, traffic flowing okay over Peach Street there. Now, let's show you the radar, and we'll show you what's left of this snow that's been coming through the area. It's pretty much in what we call potato flake kind of nature. Not a big deal. So this snow, I'd say less than an inch through the day. That is it. And most everybody will see less than an inch of snow through the day today. So snowfall totals for the past 24 hours. This is from earlier this morning. We got in some more, but we didn't have time to put them in. But 2 inches in Faulkner, Chandler's Valley in Warren County, 2 inches, Ishway 1.5, Dunkirk 1.1, Jamestown 1.1 at the airport, and 1 inches in Fredonia. But actually, some spots in the hills of Cat County had upwards of 4 inches. As always, Perrysburg often wins in the snowfall contest. News Now Cam, again, you can see the cloudy skies, but also some of the snow that's falling. 31 at the airport, west wind to 7. And when you combine all that together, the wind chill is down to 24 degrees. So through the day on MetroCast, there will be the chance for a few more of these, light snow showers through the day. Not a big deal. We'll be around 32 degrees at 1 o'clock. Then as we go through the afternoon hours, snow will continue in light pockets, but it's not going to be snowing everywhere around 30 degrees. Then by the time we go to 10 o'clock tonight, I think we'll be down to about the upper 20s. Temperatures not dipping off too much, but light snow continues. But it dries out for the rest of the week after tomorrow. And then another possible weekend storm. We'll tell you what we know coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Coming up, why New York senior senator is calling for a public health emergency amid a worldwide outbreak. And later, how local businesses will be honored tonight in Jamestown. Stay with us.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. U.S. Senator Charles Schumer is calling on officials to declare a public health emergency amid a worldwide coronavirus outbreak. The coronavirus can be caused from a wide range of symptoms, those similar to like the common cold or to more severe respiratory illnesses that could be fatal. And there is currently no direct cure-all, but a vaccine is currently under development at the National Institutes of Health. Schumer says he was able to increase a source of special federal funding known as the Infectious Disease Rapid Response Reserve Fund to help combat the virus.
So all CDC has to do is declare the coronavirus an emergency, and that will spring up to $85 million that's immediately available. It's already been appropriated so that CDC can do everything it can to prevent the spread.
Now, to protect against infection, the CDC recommends basic hygiene techniques such as frequent hand washing, staying hydrated, and coughing into one's arm or a tissue. And it's that pesky number that determines our financial trustworthiness, and millions of Americans could see it drop in 2020 thanks to a change in how it's calculated. FICO scores are the most widely used credit scores in the United States and are now the corporation that determines them will be using a stricter method for scoring people with raising levels of debt and consumers who get behind on loan payments. Additionally, some who sign up for personal loans will be flagged. The group says the result will be a larger gap between people judged to be good credit risks and those deemed to be bad risks. Basically, good credit situations will get you better, bad ones will get you worse. If FICO score is above 680, you'll keep maintaining your loans well. Your score will likely go up more than it has before. If your score is under 600 and keep missing your payments, your score will drop more dramatically than before. However, one's FICO executive says that consumers will only see about a 20-point change in their score, either up or down. Well, he was one of the highest scoring NBA players of all time, and he was just starting his second act after retiring from the game. Kobe Bryant's life was cut short yesterday at the age of 41. Bryant was not only synonymous with the Los Angeles Lakers organization, but also the city itself. Daryl Forges has more on the basketball legend.
I still am in disbelief and shock.
That's how many are reacting to the shocking death of Kobe Bryant in the helicopter crash Sunday. Fans, friends, and fellow players around the world mourning one of the greatest players to ever grace the basketball court.
Today is one of the saddest days in my lifetime. It seems like a bad dream.
Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna perished along with 7 others when the helicopter they were traveling in crashed in the mountains outside Los Angeles. Also killed in the crash, Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, and daughter Alyssa, Altobelli's brother says. And according to her husband's Facebook page, Christina Mauser. Mother and daughter Sarah and Peyton Chester were killed in the crash as well. The pilot has not been named.
We're doing everything we can to confirm identifications and give closure to the families involved.
The group was traveling to the girls' basketball game in Thousand Oaks, California at the Mamba Sports Academy. Bryant was remembered Sunday night at the Grammys, held at the Staples Center, where Bryant left so much on the court.
To say goodbye to what we had.
In Calabasas, California, I'm Daryl Forges.
Daryl, thank you. Bryant led the NBA in scoring twice as it was the league's most valuable player in 2008. Our Norm Rodriguez will have more coming up in sports. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has joined leaders from around the world at a ceremony in Poland today commemorating the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz death camp by Soviet troops. Now, as part of his 2020 State of the State address and budget, Cuomo proposes that New York schools should add curriculum that teaches civic values in the state's history of diversity and religious freedoms. He also has called for advanced legislation requiring that every student must visit a museum that covers topics related to the Holocaust. And as you see in some video from Poland, survivors are laying wreaths for the victims at the execution wall. Nazi Germany has set up the camp in occupied Poland in 1940. More than 1 million people died there in gas chambers or from diseases. Most of them were Jews. Certainly a very solemn day to recall an event that impacted so many and really changed the world. And good to see leaders there nevertheless remembering and recognizing it as we continue to march forward. Let's switch gears and check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter and a first look at our weather forecast. Dakota, it's Monday. I'm sure a lot of people out there are probably interested to see how they're going to plan out their week.
Indeed. And, when it comes to the low temperatures this morning, we bottomed out at 29 degrees officially in J-Town this morning, 34 in Dunkirk, 33 over in Erie, and 28 in Olean. Not a whole lot of spread in the temperatures across much of the region this morning. So not anybody woke up insanely cold. But, man, where is winter? You've heard of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Us 90s babies will know that game very well. Where in the world is winter? I mean, we haven't had a cold snap at all this winter. Where in the world is it? I don't know. Somebody find it for me, because I can't find it. I mean, look at this over the past 7 days. Now, we've had below average temperatures last Monday and Tuesday, but who cares? This is who cares kind of temperatures. I mean, where's our cold snap? I know a lot of us don't want it, but it's winter, people. We're supposed to get cold. Where is it? I don't know. We'll find it together, I guess. Here's what's coming up here. So nuisance flakes today through Tuesday. So not a big deal. I think most of us an inch or less. That's it. Not a big deal with that. It becomes quieter through late week. I forgot an R in there. That should be through, not thorough. But through late week, single-digit lows possible Thursday morning. So I just talked about where's winter. We're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek of it coming Wednesday night going into Thursday, single-digit lows. Another weekend storm looking out into voodoo country. A possible another weekend storm coming our way. It's looking like at this moment, Saturday will be dry. But Saturday night into Sunday could be a rain-snow mix once again. We'll have to continue to fine-tune that as we go through the week. There's a frontal boundary actually stalled right across the area, so that's where the snow is coming from. It's from a frontal boundary that actually stretches from pretty much Ohio, stretching back up into Ontario. That's kind of where that is stretching right now. And you can see a few rain showers down to the south. On the live sweep on the radar, this is what's left of the snow that we've had this morning. Just these little potato flakes that are currently out in Cat County, and there's some back to the west in Chautauqua County. But otherwise, this is going to be it. The in-house model picks up on the chance for these scattered snow showers. Again, this is not going to be a big deal. You can see we don't see a lot of those darker blues. The darker blues would obviously show the heavier amounts of snowfall. Now, tonight, this model is trying to paint more of the snow to the Lake Erie shoreline. I think it'll be a little bit farther inland than this. So do expect a few on-again, off-again snow showers through the night tonight and then through the day tomorrow. And it's going to be almost an exact repeat of today with these on-again, off-again snow showers with only about less than an inch of accumulation. That will do it for most everybody today and tomorrow. Zone forecast, the inland areas here. Temperatures not too far off from where they should be this time of the year, the lower 30s for most areas. Obviously, the valleys will stay down into the upper 20s. Valleys, you don't warm up as quickly, so you'll likely stay down to the upper 20s, though. Scattered snow showers, but near average with a west wind 7 to 12 miles per hour. Here come the next 7 days of your life coming up on the screen. 30 degrees tomorrow, and again, that's near the average for this time of the year. Scattered flakes, less than an inch, not a big deal. Colder on Wednesday, only mid-20s, and look at the low on Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, 9 degrees. Some spots will probably be a little cooler than that, but we rebound into the lower 30s again Thursday, Friday, right around average, mostly cloudy. Saturday at this point looking dry, but Sunday, there's the essence of our next storm system, but that still needs to be fine-tuned as we go throughout the week. Jay, Norm?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Norm's here now with what's next in sports.
Yes, Justin. Coming up in sports, the results of the Jamestown Rebels home series this past weekend against the Maryland Black Bears. We will tell you the details and more when WNY News Now returns.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Manic Monday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Over the weekend, the Jamestown Rebels hockey team hosted a 2-game home series versus the Maryland Black Bears. Jamestown walked away from the series with a 2-game sweep on Maryland, winning Friday's game 5-3 and Saturday's 3-2. Despite the 2 wins, the Rebels fell back to last place in the East with 33 points, a single point behind the Northeast Generals, who themselves are on a 3-game winning streak. The Rebels will be back in action, taking on the Black Bears again for another 2 games, this time on the road, starting on Friday night at 7:45. Earlier this morning, the NFL found the Buffalo Bills did not violate the NFL's injury policy regarding defensive end Jerry Hughes. Hughes posted a tweet on Twitter that he played Buffalo's AFC wildcard game with torn wrist ligaments earlier this month. Throughout the season, Hughes was on the injury report for a groin injury and veteran rest days, but never for a wrist injury. Hughes had surgery to repair the torn wrist ligaments last week. Throughout his 20-year career, all with the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe Bryant was well known for his competitiveness, along with a strong desire to win. Originally drafted 13th overall in the 1996 NBA draft by the Charlotte Hornets, Bryant was traded on draft day to the Lakers in exchange for Vlade Divac. In his rookie season, Bryant made the 1996-97 All-Rookie team. As his career began to blossom, Bryant was well known for being in the Shaq-Kobe duo, which saw NBA fans see the last NBA championship three-peat from 1999 to 2001. Bryant would win 2 more titles in back-to-back seasons, winning it all in the 2008 and 2009 seasons. Bryant retired after the 2015-2016 NBA year, finishing his career with 5 NBA Finals titles, 2 NBA Finals MVP awards, and 18 All-Star Game appearances. Other accolades Bryant received were being named All-NBA 15 times, 12 All-Defensive Teams, and 1 League MVP award in the 2007-2008 season. This year is Bryant's first year of eligibility for induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Dakota.
All right, Norm, thank you very much, and certainly would be good to see something like that. Yesterday was tragic on so many levels, and I think this morning, kind of reflecting on it back, for me, looking at it is he was traveling in that helicopter not as an NBA superstar, but rather as a father and a coach of a team, and certainly to see that type of character, which I think come to you come to see that in sports, right? Yeah. You sort of expect that, right, from these mentors, not from people who are going out and are getting arrested for driving while intoxicated and things like that, but for being good community members and good family individuals. And I think that's what you saw with Kobe Bryant. So certainly, definitely will be missed. Thank you for that recap, Norm. Well, closer here to home, business leaders in Jamestown will recognize their own tonight during an event here downtown. The 2020 Jamestown Community Chamber Salute to the Finest will award a total of 6 area businesses for their hard work in the past year. Fringe Hair Salon, Full Moon Rising Bakery, JRSC Digital, the Chautauqua Blind Association, and the Jamestown Boys and Girls Club and Gear Dunco will all be recognized during an event tonight. The Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce says they appreciate all the hard work that these businesses have done to keep local commerce alive, and we'll have full coverage of that event tomorrow right here on the broadcast. So certainly will be a great event tonight to highlight some hard work and to hear from these local businesses. And I think where a lot of people maybe don't, if you don't get out in the community or you're so busy with your own life, you don't realize how much growth there's happening here. And a lot of businesses in our area, not necessarily chain businesses, but local businesses are looking for work.
The local, yokel,
Right,
businesses
looking,
like us.
They're looking to employ people in our community and grow, and it's so great to see, and it'll be great. I'll be attending that event this evening. It'll be great to kind of show that off a little bit and talk about some of the achievements. So certainly something to look forward to.
And, the businesses that were mentioned in there, Fringe Hair Salon, they're located downstairs from us here in our building. Of course,
JRSC.
JRSC, of course, did our jackets and hats, which are really slick. If you haven't seen them,
they did an amazing job, and a proud supporter, too, of WNY News Now, and we very grateful for that. Got to say hello to Cindy. Hopefully you're doing well. Teresa, thanks so much for joining us here today on the broadcast. Hello to Sean as well. Wanda, Samantha, Angel, Brady, thanks so much for joining us as well. Hopefully you all having a good to see Amy, too. She says, joining in from Las Vegas. And good to see Dave, too. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for being here.
Don't go too crazy now on the
broadcast.
strip now.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
If you can, send some of that warmer weather.
Yeah, that'd be good.
way.
Actually, very quickly, speaking about iPads, do you know what today is?
What's today?
Today is the 10th anniversary of the introduction of the original iPad.
Oh,
10 years
really?
ago, January 27th, 2010, Steve Jobs stood up in front of a crowd and introduced the world to iPad.
And there's us.
And there's us right there. There you go. 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, however you want to look at that.
It's pretty cool.
What's that thing where you show yourself in front of a camera and it kind of has the boxes and it goes all the way through? Yeah, the echo
visual
chamber, whatever
echo.
it is. Yeah.
When they were really quick side note here before we go to final weather, when they were setting up the studio, they had a visual echo for a minute because in order to calibrate the camera, they pulled it up on the screen and then they made me sit here. And they were like, all right, don't move. And it was like there was a million Justins. It was pretty cool, actually. But that's how they set the shot. So
we'd rather have a million Justin Goulds than a million Dakota Hunters.
No.
And what's frightening is I actually know people on Facebook who have the same name as me. That's a long story. We won't get into
you
that
have
today.
you went on a mission one year, right? To,
I didn't start it. Somebody else did. Somebody with the same name as me added me, and then I just continued down the line. We'll talk about that some other day.
Cool.
Let's talk about the planner for tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a little bit cooler. I think we'll top out around 30 degrees, somewhere around there, but light snow showers will continue through the day, but understand they will be light, and I think most of us will see pretty much the same thing as today, less than an inch of accumulation throughout the day.
All righty, Dakota, thank you very much. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading our mobile app. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're back tomorrow right here at noon. Hope to see you then.